Listen up, listen up, listen up. I am coming to you at this very moment because I am just moved and compelled at this very moment. I want to tell you that I am praying. I am praying for those of you who have a misunderstanding of what restoration is all about. I am deeply praying for you. Listen, I am praying that those very ones that you say that do not belong in church, I am praying for those very ones to flood your church. I am praying for those ones that are drunks. I am praying for those drunks to flood your house of God. For those ones who are out committing adultery, I am praying for those ones to flood the house of God. For those ones who are lying, I pray for those ones to flood the house of God. For the ones who are cheating, I pray for those ones to flood the house of God. For the ones who are cheating, for the ones who are in sin, the very ones that you say who don't belong in the church, but who actually do belong in the church. They belong in the church because the church is the hospital. The church is the place for the refuge, for where they can come get their healing, for where they can come and get their deliverance. I am praying that the very ones that you speak contrary against to being in the house of God, I am praying that they flood, that they fill them altars like never before, because it is where they should and are supposed to be at. I challenge every minister, I challenge every minister, every pastor, every bishop, every apostle, every prophet to be there, because that is where they belong. They belong in the house of God. Let me tell you something. In the natural perspective, it's like you going into the hospital and saying there should not be any sick people. Well, guess what? The hospital is the place for where people should be at, because that is where they are going to get better. That's where they're going to have nurses. That's where they're going to have doctors. That's where they're going to get prescribed medication. And likewise, in the spiritual sense, the church is the place for refuge. The church is the place for where people come who are hurt, who are sick, who need to be healed, whose lives are broken, but they can be made whole. Let me tell you something. I am moved and empowered tonight to tell you, oh, good God from Zion, I am praying for those very ones that they will turn an ear away from that nonsense, for you telling them not to be in the house of God. Let me tell you something. It's in the house of God where they need to be at. I don't care if they will whatever sin that they committed. It's in the house of God that where they belong. See, some of you Christians, some of you have gotten the whole gospel message behind. It is not when you get in trouble that you turn away from the house of God. It is when you get in trouble, and it is before you get in trouble that you come to the house of God, because in the house of God is where there is refuge. My God, my God, my God, my God from Zion, I am praying for you, and I am praying for their very ones. I am signing out right now. I will be uploading this message, and I rebuke and bind anybody who comes contrary against and speak anything negative against this in the name